Way back in the day, and I do mean way back in the day, I heard John Wayne talking one time. I always kind of liked the guy. He made really good Western movies and was kind of an icon in his day. And he was talking about Native Americans, and he came out emphatically and he said, well, everybody knows they were savages. And that seemed to have been the attitude as far as most Europeans were concerned, except for the Europeans that first came here, because they quickly realized that in this huge country, these two huge continents, North America and South America, every river had been explored, every mountain had been explored. The native people knew where all the passes were. They knew where to eat. They knew where to provide food and hunting and fishing for subsistence. And they knew another thing too. They knew how to plant plants so that essentially they could survive. When the Europeans first came, basically what they were looking for, well, the Spanish, they were looking for gold and silver, which they found a lot of. And the northern Europeans were looking for a place where they could grow tobacco so that they could make a huge fortune, which they did. But the native people showed them the way. They showed them how they could catch animals, how they could trap animals. They showed them the way of the land. They showed them that in a canoe you can travel almost across this whole giant country, and you can travel and you can bring food north, south, east, and west. It's quite a remarkable country. And then not only that, the native people also did a wonderful thing too. They provided food in abundance. They provided corn. They provided squash and pumpkins, and any Mexican food you can think of was Native American food. They also had things like cotton and rubber and chewing gum and different fruits that they would eat and different nuts that they would eat too. And this was not hunting and gathering where they would just show up and say, let's pull a turnip out of the ground. These were people that had learned how to develop the growth of plants so that they could sustain themselves on all kinds of different geographical levels. Because after all, corn is not going to grow in the Andes, but also grow in the desert too. You had to have a specific type of corn that would grow. And this was already provided by the Native American people. And it was a gift to the Europeans when they first came here, because otherwise they would have starved. Thank you very much.